Welcome to the world of Fallout. There's an old adage that video game adaptations are always bad. I would have assumed in this post-Last of Us world that adage is gone, but if there's any remnants of that outlook today, I would hope that this new show on Amazon shows that sometimes, not always, insert Halo, but sometimes video game adaptations are downright amazing. Now, think of all this from a logistical perspective. For example, Breaking Bad, right? You had to write the show, come up with character arcs, create the characters, their backstories, motives. You had to find the proper setting, the proper time, motivations. And then after that, you had to actually cast people and film. The amount of work that goes into creating an original IP is nuts. Video games mostly come with so much pre-established lore that it stands on a double-edged sword. On one end, you don't want to throw away all the pre-established stuff because then you risk alienating your hardcore fan base. The ones that love the show, that love the property, and that will post about it, they willed it into the massive success that it is today. But you don't want to go so hardcore on the insider stuff that you then risk alienating general audiences and no one will watch your show. This show is an example of how to walk that tightrope perfectly and come out on the other side with a bona fide hit. Fallout takes place in the mostly post-apocalyptic world of America, around the age of 2296, where we follow three distinct characters on their arcs. Now, for the sake of this video and for your sanity, I'm not going to try to run down everything in detail. I'm just going to run down briefly each of the characters and what they go through. But by no means is this a complete summation of the show. I still strongly encourage you to go support this out on Amazon Prime. Lucy is a vault dweller who's called into action when, on her wedding day, raiders invade her vault and kidnap, her father. She's young and naive, but as the show goes on, she becomes a seasoned veteran of the wasteland, learning to hold her own. Lucy grew up in a very sheltered vault, while Maximus, our second main character, grew up in the total opposite within the camps of the Brotherhood of Steel, a wannabe group of knights and tough guys that use overwhelming force and weapons to do as they see fit. Maximus starts the story as a scared man trying to play imposter and becoming more confident as the story goes on. Our third and final main character is the Ghoul, a broken man at the end of his journey. He's an ageless person who was around when the bombs first dropped and is still alive via, well, to be honest, radiation bullshit. A bounty hunter only ever really in it for himself. He's not really a hero. The bastard stabs a dog at one point. He provides a lot of the mystery and the backstory as to how Vault-Tec caused this chaos, which, yes, they did. Now, conspiracy theories are normally where a show loses me, but something about the delivery in this show works just for me. They can't prevent it, it already happened. Now we're just dealing with the fallout. The show looks outstanding, and while it does lack some of the wasteland aesthetic of the games to a certain degree, that feels very nitpicky. The lore is explained in such a way where a new person to the world can really enjoy it, as well as those that dabble in it and the experts. From the Pip Boys to the Butler Robot, this show has a feel for what the games offered. I'm not sure how they really struck this balance, but they did it masterfully. The 1950s music all feels on point, and while I don't want to spoil the mystery surrounding Lucy's father, I will say that this show has a lot to offer, even for the most hardcore Fallout fans. And yes, this show does end somewhat on a cliffhanger that leads into what we're going to expect in Season 2. And honestly, I can't wait, because I haven't really played most of the Fallout games. I've dabbled in them a little bit here and there. I know plenty of the lore. But the one game I did play consistently, well, that's a giveaway. But you'll see. That said, this show is going to be an 8 out of 10 for me. It's outstanding, it's great television, and honestly, it's prestige television. Between The Last of Us, between Monarch, it's been a great time for non-original IPs. It's been good. So let's see what comes next. That said, what did you think of the show? Go and let me know down below. We'd greatly appreciate it, and we'll catch you all next time. We'll see everybody.